kind of a cool bump shot. New London, Connecticut. It looks like, I don't know, in a way like George Washington, the Potomac. Is someone crossing the Potomac River? What is this? I love that shot, by the way. Welcome back, everybody, to American Sunrise. All right, the massive manhunt over now for the Brown University shooter that killed 2 students and left 9 others injured. Authorities found Claudio Manuel Nieves Valenti, a 48-year-old Portuguese national, in a Salem, New Hampshire storage unit Thursday night, and he was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He's also suspected of killing a Massachusetts Institute of Technology, an MIT, professor. The gunman and the professor attended the same university in Portugal. With us now is Tom Smith, retired NYPD detective. He's also co-host of the Gold Shields podcast. Tom, thanks for being here. So from a law enforcement perspective, I'm curious to get your take on the crime, the investigation, and, of course, the outcome.
Yeah, I mean, the crime's horrible. We can all agree on that. You know, targeting schools and children is just horrific. But the investigation went, the way kind of investigations go. It speeds up, it slows down. There's things that are unexpected that show up. I mean, no one would have thought 6 days ago that a homeless man would have broken this case. And that's why detectives just don't stop. I guarantee you, none of those individuals went home much. They didn't sleep a lot because that's what they do. And leads, just get followed up. And thankfully, the right leads got followed up. And the LPRs was a big deal with tracking the car of the information given by that homeless individual to track it up to where they ended up finding him.
Top aide to Mayor-elect Mamdani is under fire for celebrating anti-NYPD slurs and saying America should be punished for its sins. What message does that send to New York's finest?
Yeah, you know what? At this point, everyone knows this guy's background. They know how he feels about the NYPD. He's going to come on TV and denounce everything he said, but he said it, and he meant it at the time. But my concern right now with the NYPD is the leadership. The leadership needs to step up from the upper management of the NYPD, and every president of the unions need to get together and put some sort of campaign together to tell the cops, we got your back. Go out there and do your job the best you can, stay safe and go home at night, but we will have your back, and we don't care who's in City Hall or who the mayor is. You can rely on us for having your back and go do your job. That needs to be done.
Hey, Detective Smith, so look, there's an interesting dichotomy happening there at the NYPD. The department just swore in a record number of new recruits, but at the same time, we're hearing that retirements are still surging right now, which still may leave a pretty big gap in terms of the amount of officers that are needed to truly secure the city. How do you expect all of this to ultimately shape out when it comes to public safety in New York City?
Well, listen. Hiring cops is the best thing they can do. Just keep putting classes in the academy. But as far as the retirements go, listen, when those numbers come out because they look back 20 years ago. So if there was a big class that got hired in January of 2006, their 20 years are up. So they go out there and say, well, 2,000 cops can retire. That happens every day. Hundreds of cops are retiring just because it's their time to retire. But the important part is to continue to feed the academy and to continue to put cops out there while there's a number of police officers out there that can train them the right way and just continue to booster up the NYPD to the numbers that it used to be.
Well, Tom Smith, really appreciate your time. Great insight as always. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Thanks, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
All right,
Thanks
Merry
so much.
Christmas. Yep. All right, coming up, everybody, many people love to eat cheese. I do. I'll admit it. And while we know some of the downsides of dairy, actually, could it help your brain? Some new developments just ahead on American Sunrise.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
Who could forget that? It was on this date in 1998 that the U.S. House of Representatives voted to impeach President Bill Clinton over the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Lewinsky, of course, was a White House intern with whom the then president did have sexual relations. The articles he was charged with were for perjury and obstruction of justice. The House forwarded the articles to the Senate for a trial where Clinton was ultimately acquitted because neither of the charges received the necessary 2/3 majority for conviction. Instead of being toppled, Clinton stayed erect and finished his term.